Your deepest roots are in nature. No matter where you are, where you live, or what kind of life you led, you remain irrevocable link with the rest of the creation, says Charles Cook. And with this, I will usher into another episode of Nature and Entertainment on TVRC. My name is Oyedokun Adedoyin Samuel, and I have with me my beautiful co-presenter.
Yes, my name is Felicia Chinyere Ibere, as usual.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, seems I've never seen you before.
Really? What's the difference?
You're more beautiful today.
Oh, thanks to God and nature.
Yeah, thanks to God and nature.
Exactly.
Wait, that's good. All right. So our topic for today is the effect of nature on human development. We want to take a look at what nature is all about and the effect of this nature on human development. I don't want to talk much on it because I know she's very standby to answer all the questions and
I'm not
to
going
do
to
justice
answer
to all
it
these
because I
things.
was going to do it.
All right, no problem. I guess I have something in my mind to say. All right, let's go straight to the cocoa of the matter, to the topic.
Okay.
So, what's the understanding when it comes to nature?
Well, for me, nature is influenced by genetic inheritance and other biological factors. And it also tells more on this entire existence of human livelihoods, which is also applicable to plants and
Human
animals.
cycle.
Exactly. So the genetic influence of nature too, it still tells on the way a child, and just like for example now, the resemblance of a child,
The organism.
the genetic factor.
Factors,
You understand? So the biological factor too as well is if you look at some children, maybe the way their speech or the way they behave can be traced down to either the father or the mother. So nature itself has a way it's penetrating this.
Back in the days when I look at Chinese films, or Korean film rather, it's very difficult for you to differentiate that time. You just go needs to rewind. Okay, this one they are looking alike. Look at this one.
Yes,
So,
exactly. Resemblance.
okay, can we say that is a result of nature? Also?
Nature speaks to man.
Okay, wow, that's nice. So, how does this affect woman when it comes to?
It increases the cognitive functionalities of the child or any human being, starting from when they are born. So there's this cognitive influence that helps to help them to be able to learn easily, and then it broadens their exposure, social exposure, and the way at which they're able to solving issues, especially problem solving, and lots of tasks given to them, and most of these aspects too. It boosts their cognitive functionalities, and it helps them to be able to be creative as well too.
Yeah.
So,
back in the days when I was in school, there are some of the things that we were taught in class that I don't really crap at all because I would just be like, how is this thing coming on? But because of how it was orchestrated. But at the end of the day, we've done the theory and the objective, the OBJ we call it.
yeah.
But I get to have a bright and a wide understanding of everything that I've done. That thing I did here is wrong, because when I see when it comes to practical, when I see the practical, then I see all these natures being put down. Okay, snail, this is how much this is the soil, this is that. And I begin to reason it beyond what I've been taught.
Exactly.
And if you can even remember, back in those days when our parents, where they don't have paint, they don't have paints, they don't have money to buy paint, and I commodity then, they will just go into the bush, fetch some leaf and pound it, then just extract the water, then use to paint the house. And in the next 50 years, you see the place, it still remains there. And even there's one of these leaves they use then that if they use to paint house, it's mosquito free.
Exactly.
Even with the smoke, with the odor, mosquitoes cannot, even all these snake and the rest, all these dangerous wild animals, they can't go to it. So what can you say about it? Do you see anything?
Yes, it's actually as I said earlier, I said the creative aspect of it.
Yes,
so these cognitive functionalities, it grows it's spread across their level of being creative and being able to their social exposure. You understand? So when they see things like this with their natural environment, they tend to use all those things to to be able to create something for themselves, you know, build a lot of things. But you actually did mention this aspect to that, you know, back then you said go and create, you have to use mud
Yes.
to build house. To
Yes, you can. I'm very sure you play that kind of game
yes,
very
now
well.
they even tell you that, okay, yeah, you have to go home, plant.
Yes.
So they go and be creative in that
Yes,
aspect. So
yes,
you
yes.
go and, I mean, form a co-pot where
No,
you put sand and then you see it growing. So nature has no way at which it penetrates in every individual's cognitive
Yes.
functionalities.
You know, it gets to a certain point that
Function.
while in school, in primary school, to be precise, they will ask you, okay, go and study how plants grows.
Exactly.
When you
Those
study
levels.
it, you know, these kind of things widen our intellectual
Understanding.
understanding that okay, so we begin to okay, you have to master how the seed become decay, why some does not decay before
Exactly.
before
And
they
effect of
expose out,
sunlight.
and the effect of sunlight,
On those plants. when
wind
they grow.
direction, sun direction,
Exactly.
darkness direction, and the
Exactly.
rest. Okay, let me ask you this question: how does it affect? Okay, we've talked about how it affects woman life. Now let's talk about genetics. Like how does it affect this? You know, so you see some people like me now. You want to see me, you see my mom.
Exactly.
So can we say that nature affects like genotype, blood group,
Yes, that's biological factor.
biology
You
factor?
understand? Sometimes you see some children, if they see just their appearance.
Appearance,
Sometimes,
yes.
just like me, if you look at my own face, you see the dimple.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
there's a sign of black spot here.
Where it makes you more
It's actually
beautiful.
on my mom's face. So sometimes
Wow.
I'll look at my mom and say, well, mom, she's looking exactly like me. But when it comes to the total formations, I took that from my father. But when you look at some other aspects of me, I took that from my own mother. So through my eyes, you can also see that resemblance from my mom. So it boils down to the biological factor of how nature has actually impacted on human.
But you know that some people do not believe that that nature, in one way or the other, affects human nature. But I know that, but I'm very sure that right now they should be
If they have
flashing
to
back to
they need
how
to
it
change their orientation
Yes.
because we can't do without nature because the nature as well speaks to man in every ramification. Now, look as we actually this part. If we check that time right now, they said okay, fine. Is it that it's sunny out there or
Yes.
the weather is cloudy?
Yes.
So it's still the way nature affects human existence.
Yes, another way nature affects humanity is that if you go to arid areas, arid deserts, you see the way they live there, you know, where there's no water. Then we have people that still live in that remote area, but when they give birth, you see the effects of this nature. Because some will be born blind, some people will, you know, and that is not how they were created, but because of the environmental factors that surround them. That's very good. I know that people will begin to know what nature is all about right now. It's not just all about you go to amusement park, you go to
It still tells because it's part of the social exposure.
Yes, it's part of social exposure.
Like they go to mountains,
They
they
go
go to hills, like they go to, you know, some of them like prefer to go to waterfalls area. Like
Yes, that's what I want to
Heritage
mention about
or
Heritage and
waterfall.
waterfall.
This is part of nature too. So there's a lot of it. We're just trying to let it still boil down on, okay, fine. It depends on the individual's development, you understand?
Yes,
Some persons, you know, indoor and outdoor
Yes.
games matters. So what they do within their environment still has a way it tells them, and then what they do outside there, you understand? So exposure, social exposure to like going to amusement parks, going to the zoo, going to mountains, waterfalls areas to still
Yes.
really how nature
Yes.
really
I know that CVRC promote nature when it comes to nature, and I know one day I'm going to go to this because I've been dreaming about this where cold water and hot water.
Okay,
Ikogosi, yes.
Yeah.
I know that one day we're gonna have our trip to that place, and
That's
so
a
that
very good one.
it's a good nature. When you get there, you see you will see how bad it be chapping. You
Wow.
see
That means you've been there, right?
I don't think I'm being there.
Okay.
You see how crickets, how they creak and
The way they sound.
the way they sound is another tune for you. You know, I remember sometimes back in the days where you have these small phones, when you have these cricket tones.
Okay, that sound. Yeah, it's not. If you look at it too, there's another aspect too. You know, I talked about creativity. You know,
Yes.
if you looked at it, some phones now,
Yes.
if you check their wallpaper or
Yes.
whatever, you see
It's
that
of
it's more of
nature.
nature.
More of
You
nature.
understand?
It's not even
So,
more of nature. It's
in
nature
fact,
itself.
when it comes to this filming, television,
Yes,
and
yes.
whatever artwork, it's more of still nature. So
And
you
when you
cannot do
capture
it.
nature, it's more beautiful and is more realistic than any other
Exactly.
any other thing that you can ever create. Well, because of our time, so let's look at this one also before we round up everything today and call it a wrap. What are the benefits of nature play? What do you think about nature play? What's your take on that?
Yeah, if you talk about that one, that area is more of the exercise, the aspect where they're able to like to be creative, like in terms
Yes.
of like where they're able to add in a lot of energy to do things, like the aspect of exercise. Like then let's go to the school setting. You know, back then all those children, those kids back then, when they keep growing up, they get to a certain stage when they will teach them how to like where is your eyes to point to their
Yeah,
eyes.
right,
You know,
yeah,
this motor coordination.
yes.
You understand? Eyes to be able to like identify your eyes, then be able to stretch. This exercise has a way it plays. That's the aspect of the nature play. So it does. It's aside that one. There's some stages where you know you cannot take a small child to a small child of maybe age 3 or 4. Let's use the word age 3 now. You can't take the child to a high mountain to say, okay, there's no. They have to start from by looking at the pictures or viewing. It's I love this place. One day I'm going to go there. You understand? Then you go take them to like the swimming pool. You understand? Teach them where they need to exercise their energy in that aspect. That's a motor coordination and able to like to explore. It's more and able to even interact with nature itself.
Yes.
Naturally.
You know, I
I
love bringing back to the olden days, right?
Mm.
When it comes to this developing capacity of places, you know, back in the days, we only see people whenever there is funeral or something else. You see these, they call them undertakers, right? They bring flutes, they bring their trumpets, blowing it. But then when we get them, we just be like, okay, we too want to do this. We just look at, okay, we just try to plug these branches of pawpaw.
Okay.
Then you cut it, then you put a cellophane here, then you make
So
flowers, then you
yes. I've come across that.
You've come across that before, right?
Yeah.
Then you begin to blow, then you begin to make different sounds.
Yes,
Different sounds,
yes.
the way you press it.
And this is but it's still part of nature. It's
Yes.
part of nature. I think it's a branch of purple.
Yes, a branch of pawpaw.
That is first we cannot just escape nature. Nature
Yes.
is just all about us.
Yes.
All about us.
Yes.
And if you are an enemy of nature, I don't think
Nobody can be because I know you can never be an enemy of a nature because you drink water,
you can
the
never
air you
be
breathe.
Is there anything called nature extremist? Because when you're talking about nature and to that
nature
extreme,
extreme that
the persons are like that because if you can't be an enemy of nature. So though we still have this in that to extreme when it comes to nature understanding of nature itself. So well, it's to their own understanding. So what I'm just trying to say here now, or what we're trying to put out here is nature is all about our entire livelihood. So
it's all about our entire livelihood, and we cannot even escape it each day of our life. It's part of us. It's part of our creation. It's part of our. It's in our journeys.
Exactly.
So do you have anything to cap it up?
Yes, it's a wrap. Nature speaks to man, embrace nature. Why nature embraces you?
Okay, my own is that we shouldn't defer. I want to take a look at this because there are some things that people are doing nowadays. So it has been long that I know that schools have taught about it, but people are not taking into play when it comes to deforestation. Yes, when it comes to deforestation.
That's environmental aspect.
The environmental aspect.
Yeah.
So my own advice
Not
for
to
us is that
abuse
not
nature,
to
right?
abuse nature.
Yeah,
Don't let us abuse nature because
Let's
when you
appreciate
abuse nature, when you abuse nature, the outcome of it is very bad. That is why we have earthquake and all these erosions, winds and the rest. So
let's always appreciate nature.
Let's always appreciate. When you appreciate nature, nature will also fall back.
And you appreciate God.
And you appreciate God for the nature that He has created. For the followers and the lovers of TVRC and mainly lovers of nature and entertainment on TVRC. And then this is where you call it the wrap for today. Again, I know you're gonna miss us once more, and we'll also come up with another interesting topic some other time. So make sure you stay tuned to TVRC. My name is Eduko Samuel once again, and with my beautiful presenter.
As usual.
Yeah, I call up Feli.
It's fine.
Alright, see you next time. Stay tuned.
Bye.